Everybody ready? I need a drum roll. Get up off your ASSETS. I remember when I was an associate director, I used to tell my boss, I want you to get that ass off my name, right? But now we want to get up off our assets. And we have Martina, Britt Yelverton. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A 10-time published author, business and brand coach, and systems development specialist with a daily goal to brand you, educate you, and help you to increase your influence and impact. And must I say, she has the baddest short natural I think I have seen in a very, very, very long time. It's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I hope you guys can hear me okay. My name again is BrandMaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and I have had an awesome time like I hope you all have had as well. Let me ask you a very quick question as we jump over into this information on today. How many of you have possibly invested in branding, a logo, a website, professional photos, and all of that before you actually had everything in place to run your business? Yes, keep your hands up, okay? Because here's my next question, okay? How many of you wish you had done that a little bit differently? Yes, you, okay, wish you'd done it a little bit differently. Well, today I am actually tasked with how to help you avoid 5 critical mistakes that new businesses, new brands, new entrepreneurs actually make. And by the end of this information, you'll understand why you cannot wait another second to implement a plan to avoid these mistakes. Mistakes in your communication, in your opportunities, in your operations, in your follow-ups, and in your contacts, right? Because here's the truth that nobody will tell you. A beautiful brand on a broken business is like putting a Gucci bag on a homeless person. Let me tell you, it looks good in the photos, but it doesn't solve the problem. What problem? More money spent on the bag than is in the bag. Yes or yes, right? So my job again today is to help you during this brief time that we have to qualify that statement, right? Because I could expand on my story as a young woman who survived domestic violence, marriage and miscarriage, death and divorce, success and business failures, evictions, plural, and who made it out of the welfare trap. Okay? My job right now instead is to help you understand the 5 things that you need to avoid before you invest any further inside of your brand, your business, or your speaking career, right? I want to help you avoid a $10,000 mistake that I made. And at the end, I'll be sure to give you a free tool that shows you exactly where your gaps are so that you will get up off your assets and get them in order. So yes, I was given the title, much like Dr. Jacqueline said on yesterday, honored title of BrandMaster, because I too invested in branding before having systems. I launched, okay, I got clients, but I literally couldn't deliver. My initial business failed despite of a beautiful brand because I didn't know some critical things, like that my voice isn't optional, right? That my literal brand resides in the minds of other people, even when I'm not in the room. That my brand is how people see me, trust me, and will pay me. Literally also, that my brand is my name. Your brand is your name. It's your story. It's your personality. It's your promise. Okay? Again, that idea failed not because I'm not talented, not because you're not talented if you've gone through that, but because a house built on sand instead of a solid foundation will crumble. You have to become the entrepreneur, the visionary, the speaker inside and with systems before you invest any further in your branding, before the doing, before the having. So first things first, and getting your assets in order, let's get our mind set, right? There's a quote inside That's my most recent publication, right? The Cash Flow Queens Journal. It's your 90-day implementation plan. And it says from Dr. Myron Golden, when you get the becoming right, the doing and the having take care of themselves. So the first thing I want you to do in this A.V.O.I.D framework, okay, is to ask yourself, am I aligned with his vision? Am I aligned with his vision over my life? Am I aligned with my own purpose? Right? Am I accountable as a speaker, as a visionary, as a business, as a brand to someone who's already completed this journey that I'm on? Am I accountable to a plan of action? And am I accessible? Did you know that approximately 85% of new businesses use their personal phone number to conduct business? Personal email addresses like your free Gmails, your free Yahoos, AOL. Before I go into that, did I mention I may step on a few toes? It's okay. If I'm stepping on your toe, just go ahead and put ouch in the chat, because trust me, I'm not going to deliver any information to you that I myself or that I myself as a business owner have not helped other clients to get through. Your personal communications could be destroying your work-life balance if you're using a free personal Gmail, free personal Yahoo, free personal AOL and the likes. It's also bottlenecking certain areas of your business because it's limiting team collaborations. These could be some of the amateur communications. And one thing that Gifty did yesterday, she stated not only the real cost of the tips that she was giving, she gave you some real valid information that you could use. Like if you're not currently getting booked or you're not getting clients, it could be because those EPs, those event planners, may not hire speakers who are using free email accounts, free personal phones. Guess I can't say free because you have to pay for the plan, but who don't have a business or a professional presence. Why do I say that? Because when you got a job, did they not give you an email address? When you were in that cubicle, did you not get a company phone number? So a lot of us are out here doing some things that I am trying to help you avoid. The V in this method is making sure you understand your value, because you are all valuable. You are enough to do what you were purposed to do on this journey we call life. Do you understand what your vision is? Are you able to walk in that vision every single day, rightly positioned, back straight, knowing what it is that you are here to do? And are you using your voice to its greatest capacity? We have a coach, a mentor that has already dropped these 3 things in her top 3 critical things that you need to get in line with, right? Because she said somebody is waiting on what you are sitting on. Y'all need to get off your assets. It is having an impact in your business. You could have 100 interested people that dwindles all the way down to only 3 bookings. And all of those leads in between are falling between the cracks because you don't have a system that's working on your behalf. Again, the real cost of that is a system that tracks leads will get you way, 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 way more of that which you are currently potentially losing. Okay? Overwhelming manual task is the O in this framework that I'm giving you. You must learn to leverage AI and automations, right? Stop wasting times on manual tasks. Stop looking for emails 3 or more hours, 5 or more hours. Stop trying to find information that's scattered all over your desk 3 or more hours, paperwork 4 or more hours, scheduling your own everything 4 or more hours. That's 15 hours every single week. That's 60 hours per month that you could be speaking and impacting. The real cost is as a new speaker who charges $2,500 per speech, that's $40,000 over the year. Type, give me my 40K back in the chat if you can see where I'm going with this. If you are currently being inconsistent, then let's talk about how you can clean that up. I think it's Zig Ziglar. If it's not Zig Ziglar, it's one of the other good guys that says the fortune is in the follow-up. If you are not following up, you are missing your coins. If you are not posting regularly on social media and implementing a plan of action, again, you are missing money, impact. However, if you streamline your communications and you save some hours and you stop doing things manually, this is a month and a half worth of communications because life got to be lifing. But if you utilize an automated follow-up system, your results would look more like this. Your system hits them on day one because you put them in your system by the name of the event you were at. 3 days later, your system follow-ups with them, and it gives them the link that you put in the first email that said, hey, book via this link. The system did that. You did it. 7 days later, you also have your system send them out some social media proof, and it will result in a new booking. Again, the real cost of doing everything yourself and not using a follow-up system is speakers with automatic follow-up systems book 3 times more than clients that are without. And finally, the D in this dreadful situation that I've given you and the things that you need to avoid is disorganized client information. If you have sticky notes, emails all over the place, phone notes, you're getting that 50 plus like me, 53 years old, sometimes can't remember what the last conversation I had was, you need to have all your contact information in one system where you can see exactly where the people are in your pipeline. Every email, every call, every text is recorded and saved. Contracts are automated, proposals are automated. This is how you get your assets in order. Because the real cost of that is that when your business is a mess, so is your income. Can anybody agree? If everything else in your sphere is a mess, so is your money. And I want to help you avoid that by doing 3 simple things. Look like a pro from the first point of contact. Get your business domain. Get your business email address. Get your business phone number. Put them all inside of your system. Never lose another opportunity, right? Leverage AI and allow it to work on your behalf. Have that business line, that support line, that billing line, right? Save that time back into your schedule. Use your automation. Leverage the professional communications. Have your funnels, your websites, your forms, your surveys, your calendars, your social media posting, and all of that in one system. That's how you get your assets in order. Now, I said I would give you something free so that you could utilize it to level up in your business if you want. Go to speakerready.martinabrityelverton.com, complete a simple survey. It's about 20 questions. It's going to give you the exact system that you need to get your assets in order. You're also going to get a 25-point business checklist and an action plan so that you can get to implementing now. Not just now, but right now. Because again, somebody somewhere is waiting on you to do what you were purposed to do so that they can see that they can too. Someone is assigned your voice and you are assigned to them. I thank you for your time on today. I appreciate everything that you are doing to invest in yourself. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side of your goals and your dreams because you land at the top. Thank you again.
Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, okay. Get your assets in order. Get your mind right and get your assets in order, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead and give love, y'all. Do the reactions. Put it in the chat. Hearts, fireballs. If there's one thing that was like your biggest takeaway from that session, type that in the chat as well after you give her all the love and the emojis and all that good stuff because that's important. Come on, y'all. Let's show up and show out. It's enough of us here to make sure she feels loved. I want to make sure I need my 40K back. I love that. That was one of my favorites. I absolutely love that. And it was so in alignment. That's what we've been talking about for the past what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. Every speaker has really just been in alignment and just kind of continuing this conversation of our voice being needed, but making sure that we're doing it in a way that's intentional and strategic and smart and allowing us to get the most bang for our buck and having systems and processes. Y'all, it matters. It matters. So thank you for giving her love. That was phenomenal. I want to bring Martina back to screen with me. I don't know if she the one, she the one operating it anyway. So I know she can do it. She's gonna come back to the screen with me. Because where am I? Okay, good. I got a couple minutes. I'm going to take 2 minutes. And I just want to honor and celebrate Martina. Martina is our brand partner this year for SpeakerCon. And when I tell you I got on her nerve, no, she didn't tell me I got on her nerve, but I was getting on my own nerve because I was getting on her nerve. So I just want to stop and I want to acknowledge when people come into your space and they believe enough in what you do, where they're willing to partner with you and sponsor the services that they know you need, because she knows if I had been left to setting up the Zoom events all by myself, there would be no SpeakerCon right now because I'd still be trying to set it up on the back end. Tech ain't my thing, y'all. I mean, I dibble and dabble in little things, but not all the stuff. Everything that you have seen through this events platform, the setup, the backdrop, the colors, even our background that all the speakers have used, all of that is Martina. She did all of that. She is beast mode. She was the one when we had the first problem on the first day. She was on with Zoom, making phone calls in the background. She done beat me here pretty much every single day, making sure that she was the host already so I wouldn't mistakenly be the host and then not know how to turn her back to the host. Like, it's been a beautiful experience. Woo, but y'all don't see the behind the scenes of what it takes. When I tell you she has been online, I don't think she slept. I really don't think she went to sleep for the past 4 days. And probably for the past 2 weeks before that, because she did all the tech checks with every speaker. We added more sessions even after to make sure that's how much she believes in the mission of SpeakerCon. That's how much I believe she believes in Dr. Cheryl, because otherwise, who do that? Where they do that at? So I just want to publicly, I know sometimes we thank people privately, but I'm big on thanking people publicly. So I publicly want to say this out loud in front of everybody. You were a godsend for this conference. And for us to pull it off, you had to be our brand partner. Otherwise, it would not have been pulled off. So thank you for how well you serve, for your commitment, for dealing with some of my snippiness and those moments where I'm like, just get to the point, Martina, right? Because that's my style. It's like, you got to get to the point. My husband will tell you. He'd be like, look, could you just let me finish what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you going to lose me. You got to get to the point. My mind be like off somewhere else. So just for accepting, like, how many of you know all of us are flawed and imperfect? Yes or yes in the chat. We are all flawed and we're all imperfect. And sometimes we have great intentions, but sometimes you go back and be like, was my tone a little off in the way that I said it? And you don't intend it, but it happens because you're in the fire and you trying to fan the fire away and handle things. And you have handled that so well. You have handled and dealt with me so graciously. And it's not that I was nasty or ugly, but I know when I'm snippy because I'm stressed.
Yes.
And you have you never snipped back. You just stayed calm, cool, and collected. And that's what you need when you have people who are helping you to execute something that's bigger than you. They gotta have a different temperament than you do. Everybody can't be all snippy and in an uproar. only by one person can be that way. Everybody else, I'll be like, ooh, Dr. Cheryl might need to get a couple hours of sleep there. So I just want to
Cheryl,
thank you.
I just want to say to you, thank you, because I did not realize how much you had entrusted in me with this conference until I really paid attention to your vision. And I thought back to some of the speaking events that I've spoken for you for, and now seeing behind the scenes, you really trusted me to be able to execute for you. And only because of him was I able to do it. And I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity. Truly, thank you for that.
Absolutely. I even said to Martina, I was like, I don't just be letting nobody run my stuff. That's why I work for myself, because I want to be the boss. I want to be the one telling people what to do. You got to know yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. And I told her, I was like, girl, I'm putting a lot in your hands. Like, you You already started it? Oh, you already started this? Oh, you already email people? Oh. And then I realized I really needed her to do that. So we live and we learn, and when we're open to becoming better by sometimes turning things over to someone who is more qualified, then it really does serve us well. Babe, what? Could you do me a favor? Could you come and turn this blind up because the sun is blinding me
Coming
out
across
here.
your
Yeah,
face.
yeah. And I just keep seeing it get because the sun just like, oh yeah, I'm here now. So thank you, y'all. Once again, please give love to Martina Britt Yelverton and for everything that she poured into us, not only in this session, to get up off your assets,
And get them in order.
get them in order, but also for being this year's SpeakerCon 2025 brand partner. Thank you, and thank you.